Okay, I'm gonna try and record a video playing the blue-black big affinity deck. Um, I am pretty new to Magic Online, so bear with me. I'll do my best to not make MTGO mistakes, but yeah, it's not easy. um, but I think I've been doing all right, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see what happens. I guess I could have started searching before I started the video. Oh well. Um, I guess I could bring up the deck list. Um, Again, I'm new to MTGO, so I'm not the best at moving around. Um, so yeah, this is the deck list. I originally sort of started brewing that deck because I saw someone running a big affinity type list with spinners, but their top end had a lot of clunky stuff that wasn't just affinity cards. And I felt like um, in order to really take advantage of spinner, you want to be able to play it and then immediately play some things to trigger it. And so that's why I started looking at different affinity options, 4+ mana. And that's where I sort of came across the Quicksilver Behemoth. I assume I'm going to get like pinged when I get a match, but oh, that's the sound. Anyways, let's hop in. Off the die roll. So starting hands, I mainly just want like 2 lands. 1 landers can work. This is a keep. This is not like an explosive hand. Usually having like a blood fountain can be pretty big, but possibly depending on what we draw, since we're on the draw, we could turn 2 a spinner, and then turn 3 spinner into behemoth to get 2 thopters. So I'll keep it. Okay, or against burn. This is not the best matchup. We're gonna start with the Mistvault Bridge just to get it down. If we drew a 1 mana artifact, I'd probably play it, so that I could. I guess I wouldn't have been able to turn 2 spinner that way, anyways. Oh well. Yeah. So one of the things that I think that I'm gonna want to do with this deck is bring in the sack artifact or creature, gain life and draw 2 cards, because I think that will help a lot with the burn matchup and stuff. Okay, so I guess we just do Wellspring and hope for the best. Wellspring will enable our prototype to tap for mana, but also sets us up for a Deadly Dispute. Oh, that's a good pickup. Now we'll be able to spin her into a Frogmite to get some value off of it. Them not having any plays this turn seems nice. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just play a spinner into Frogmite. That will allow us to next turn play Spinner into Behemoth. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And they won't be able to kill this before we get the Thopter. So that is nice. Looks like they don't even have an instant, which is sort of surprising. So I'll just pass. And I'm just gonna pass priority because there's not anything I can do right now. Flashing back, Faithless Looting. Huh. I feel like we're getting lucky here. There can be an argument for playing Spinner right now, but I feel like if they have a removal spell, they should just use it to kill the Spinner anyway, so I'm just going to attack first, just to give them less information. Because either way, I'm playing Spinner into Behemoth. Okay. Yeah, this is great. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot because we're at 14. And we just dumped a lot of power onto the board. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 power on board. So not quite enough for lethal, but definitely looking reasonable. I assume this is the Madness, red-black Madness sort of burn deck. Yeah, I'm fine with Kinchin Imp. I can double block it if I need to. And I'm probably just going to attack with my Thopters either way. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Oh, they are attacking. Yeah, since they're a burn deck, I just want to not take damage. So, easy trade. Okay, so probably just going to start with an attack. We'll very likely play Behemoth post-combat just to get more Thopters, but I'll probably Deadly Dispute before I do that. But let's just hit first. There's probably a Madness creature. That's fine. They're going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, isn't there the Zero Madness red lizard or whatever? Or was that an uncommon? I don't actually know. I've never actually played the red-black Madness deck. Okay. They're at 4. We'll start with Dispute. Okay, Thoughtcast is quite good, and we get to just dump so much. I'm just gonna play Enforcer into double Behemoth, just to really flood the board. I could go for a Thoughtcast and hope for an untapped blue source, and then I could still Behemoth. I might do that just because we've definitely killed them unless they can burn us from 14. Yeah, this is pretty gross. Yeah. Good luck. I don't know what they could have. Yeah. There's the Krark, whatever, that allows you to sack artifacts to deal damage to creatures, but doesn't it deal damage to non-flyers, or does it deal damage to all creatures? I'm showing my Pauper noob colors. Okay, so against the burn, I'm going to bring in Unexpected Fangs. I could maybe see argument for Rebuke, just because essentially it will be a life gain spell. I don't think we need to just be drawing crazy amounts of cards to beat them, so I might just bring in Rebukes just in case. Yeah, the Moonstare prototypes I think are also meh. I'm just going to try it like this. Again, the sideboard is I'm not like 100% on, but my thought process is Fangs because obviously the lifelink is big. Rebuke because it can be a gain 3 when it against burn. Sometimes gain 3 makes a difference. But what I cut isn't really going to slow down our game plan very much. So we should still be able to put a lot of pressure on them. Okay, this is a fairly sketchy. Like it needs a artifact land, preferably one that produces black. So I think this is a mulligan. Yeah, if I got this and I was on 5 cards already, then maybe I would try and keep it and hope for the best. But I think we can get better 6. Okay, this hand is good. Blood Fountain is just going to accelerate us into Mirror Enforcer so quickly, and we'll be able to keep up Metallic Rebuke until we do that. And Deadly Dispute can draw some cards to find some new cards. So yeah, we'll go ahead and keep this. As far as what we're putting back, I think I'm putting back the Moonstare prototype. It is nice having cheap artifacts, but I think all the rest of these are cards that I'm going to use. I can see an argument for putting back the Rebuke because I don't know if it's going to be that good in this matchup, but I do not understand turn 1 Galvanic Blast without Metalcraft. That does not make any sense to me, but what do I know? Okay, we should be able to do a decent amount next turn. At least get Frogmite and Enforcer into play. Right? 3, 4, 5. I guess I would need to draw something to play Mirror Enforcer. I think I still want to get the Frogmite down just to get pressure on. I think that makes sense. And then we'll be able to hold up Rebuke. Yeah. I'll probably fire off this Rebuke pretty, like, liberally. Do I want to counter it? I think since I don't have a spinner, I'm going to counter this. Not really spending much of my resources, like artifacts, to do that. Oh, spinner. Well, really only great option is Wellspring and then set up for Deadly Dispute next turn. Hitting a land would be great, but not hitting a land is less great. If we hit an untapped land next turn, we'll be able to spinner into Enforcer. think since we're at 18, we're feeling all right. Okay. Yep. So now we'll need an untapped artifact land and able to do spinner into enforcer, which there's 12 of them, so there we go. And I'm just going to do spinner into enforcer this turn, and then we'll start disputing next turn. Yep. Spinners like definitely will likely be a big target for them, but like enforcer and Thopter is gonna kill them. Relative interesting. Okay. Do they have 1 damage to everything? Is that what's happening? Yep. Okay. That's fine. Luckily we have 2 disputes. I'm gonna play the vault just because blue sources are sometimes really necessary. Okay. I'm gonna dispute my blood fountain now, I think. Several. Okay. I think I will. No, there's not really a point playing the blood fountain now, I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say like blood fountain now so that we could do it next turn, but using treasures to cast it wouldn't make any difference. Okay, now we're at 7. Definitely feeling a little bit riskier of a spot. So I can blood fountain. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to get back spinner and cast it, and then cast enforcer. So I'm probably gonna get enforcer frogmite. We can get a future spinner with blood fountain, and I just need to put pressure on the board, I think. So I'm gonna cast this enforcer first since I'm not getting spinner back right now. Or maybe I get enforcer spinner, play enforcer this turn, and then next turn I still wouldn't be able to blood fountain into something and play spinner. Yeah, I think I just need to get these. Let's see. Okay, we have 10 power, so we have a 3-turn clock. They have 3 cards though, and we're at 7, so not feeling super comfortable. Are we just dead? Okay. Again, are we just dead? Yeah, getting the blood and putting us to 3 is just rough. We might be dead here. Okay. Technically not dead. So, interesting decisions here. It costs 5 to play Blood Fountain and crack it. I have 2 creatures in my graveyard, so I could do that. Playing the land might set me up for doing more stuff in future turns, like being able to play a spinner into something else. I think I'm gonna correct this blood token and discard this citadel though instead. I just need to hope that they don't draw anything. Okay. Blood fountain. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to attack with everything. I'm at 1. I just need to put on as much pressure as I can. I just need to hope that they don't draw anything. I need to get back my Frogmite and play it as a blocker. Hopefully I clicked on both of them. Okay. They have to like brick 3 times in a row. So I'm not feeling good about this. Okay. Flashing that back. Okay. Oh, we're dead. Let me just make sure that I target me. Okay. Well, this is definitely a situation where I wish I had the Reckoner's Bargains or whatever they're called in 1 or 2 over a deadly over some deadly disputes, but I do not. I don't think I have anything else that I care about really. Yeah, I think we're just gonna run it back. Reckoner's Bargain. Oh, this is a good hand. Reckoner's Bargain would go a long way though. Yeah, I definitely keep. We can get down an early Gear Seeker Serpent, which will be hard for them to deal with, or should be hard for them to deal with. And unfortunately, we can't get the Gear Seeker down turn 2. I don't think. Okay, yeah. Sorry, when I'm talking, it's like I cannot do MTGO stuff as quickly. Okay, so we'll get the Thoughtcast. Probably going to start with that. Now that we drew a spinner, I think I'm not going to play my Frogmite, but I will play the Blood Fountain. I guess if I'm playing the spinner next turn, I'm not playing the Gear Seeker, which is maybe a mistake because it's much easier for them to kill the spinner. But it becomes a must-answer threat. And Rebuke is interesting. It's a little bit awkward because Gear Seeker is double blue, and Rebuke would require a blue. So I think there might be an argument to playing the Gear Seeker first. And then I can sack a blood token, discard the Vault of Whispers just to dig a little bit further. And then on my next turn, I can play Spinner into Frogmite, holding up Rebuke. I think I'm going to try that. I don't know if it's right, but the Gear Seeker, I think, is just going to be so much harder for them to deal with. Oh, they got the counter. Oh. Okay. I'm not understanding these non-Metalcraft Galvanic Blasts. That just seems really weird to me. But who knows? I meant to discard this to a blood, but I didn't. So we are gonna play the Vault of Whispers so that we can do that line that I was just talking about. Let's go attack for 5. I guess it's good that I didn't discard the Vault of Whispers, because then I wouldn't have had an untapped source to do this line that I'm talking about right now. But yeah, it's whatever. Okay, now we're holding up Rebuke. That will definitely Rebuke. Okay. Our clock is pretty quick. Double Fiery Temper is interesting. I wonder if they're going to kill the Gear Seeker. Okay, they're just going face. I mean, they could kill us next turn. Does this do anything? Nope. I do not have enough mana to... so in this case, I might... Okay, I'm going to attack first. Now there's a couple interesting decisions. The Moosonere prototypes, their channel mode is nice. I don't think I need that, because either I'm dead to the cards in their hand, or with whatever card they draw, or I'm killing them next turn. I'm pretty sure. I could hold up Blood Fountain, just in case. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that though. So if that's the case, I might want to sack a blood token and discard this. And then sack a blood token, discard. Mistvault Fridge. Okay, Deadly Dispute. Sack a Blood Fountain. Is there an argument to holding up Deadly Dispute? I think maybe there is. No, I don't think so. Okay. Oops. Okay. We just need to hope that they don't kill us. And we should be able to kill them. Right now we have enough mana with the treasure token to make this unblockable. Flashing back Faithless Looting. Okay. Hopefully not another double Fiery Temper. That's basically that. So we might just be dead. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, they don't have enough mana to do anything else. Maybe if they have land plus Epicure. Untapped land, Epicure. Man, that was close. Yeah, the game would have been so much easier if we had the Reckoner's Bargains or whatever that gain life instead of just making a treasure token. The Deadly Disputes are obviously great because they give you more blue sources so that you can potentially play some of the things that you get off of the Deadly Dispute. But I think that incidental being able to sack my Gear Seeker to gain 7, I think would be pretty huge in these sort of matchups where it's just this race. I actually don't know if I have time to do another game right now. I have to go in a little bit. I'm going to try and play some more later. But hopefully that video, this video gives some insight in how the deck plays a little bit. Yeah, I'll finish out this league maybe tonight. Anyways, thanks for watching. And I guess I could go back to the deck list. There's the deck list. So as far as changes go, I might take out 2 of these Deadly Disputes and put in Reckoner's Bargains. And it's also possible that these numbers should potentially be changed, like having another Unexpected Fangs or 2 might be a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it a bit more. But either way, I think I need a little bit of more incidental life gain in the 75, just because the burn matchups often come down to just being a race, and buying 1 more turn is often all I need to do. I don't really want to put the Reckoner's Bargains in the sideboard because that sounds too low impact, and I don't think that I want more than 4 of the sack effects, because like I do have sack fodder, but I feel like I'm churning through my deck more than I'm playing big threats at that point, which I think this deck is just wants to be more aggressive than the 3-color affinity decks. Currently 3-0. I think we played against 2 blue-white decks. Oh no, we played against a blue-white Fairies Brew, and then we played against a Bant Cascade deck, and then the third matchup was black-red Madness Burn. That one was very close, and we won game 3 at 1 life. I feel like they had a couple of misplays. I was a little bit confused because they kept playing their Galvanic Blasts before they had Metalcraft. So I don't know if I should have won that match. Okay, won the die roll. Unfortunately, if this was like a blue-black tap land, then I might keep this hand, because 1 land would allow us to Thoughtcast and or Wellspring, but with a colorless land I have to mulligan. Yikes. No lander. Okay. Not great, but obviously we're keeping. Bottoming the Island and the Vault of Whispers. I think. And hoping for the best. Definitely not looking good. I don't know why I'm leading on the Vault of Whispers. I should probably lead on the Seat. I guess the only reason I did that is just because I'm like, I care about this one less, and yeah, there's not a good logic to it. TBH. Okay, Frogmite gets us close to casting these behemoths. Okay. So we have 4. We need to draw either a land or a Blood Fountain. Mirror Enforcer does not do it. Yikes. I think we just have to pass. I really don't want to give... I probably should have attacked, but I didn't. We don't want to give familiars much time to get set up. I think the reason that we're good in this matchup is because we can be very aggressive and put them on the back foot. And with this start, that's not really the case. Okay, so definitely playing the Mirror Enforcer. Makes our behemoth cheaper. If I played a behemoth, then it doesn't make my Enforcer cheaper. Now if we draw any artifact, I can double behemoth. That is a lot of Pharaoh's Faithful. So opponent's going to be gaining a decent amount of life. Luckily, Enforcer attacks through them pretty well, as well as the behemoths. This game one is definitely not looking great. I think I will Deadly Dispute first. Just hoping for something good. Artifact land would help. Okay. Trying to decide what I want to do. I can't save my treasure. I can't double behemoth. So I might Moonsnare prototype. I think I'm just going to play Blood Fountain Behemoth. It's definitely close. There could be a couple different lines, but the thing is, if I play Moonsnare prototype, okay, yeah. If I play Moonsnare prototype, it costs a blue and doesn't produce a blue. And there is potentially some argument to having a Moonsnare prototype up if I get more lands to potentially bounce something. Man. Hopefully our opponent just doesn't ever get any action. But I don't know how much we can count on that. Okay. Spinner's interesting. It's a little bit awkward because I don't have enough mana to be able to spinner into something, and if I attack with the behemoth, it bounces to my hand. So I think I'm just attacking with all and then replaying, so I have two behemoths. I think I just need to be aggressive. I would really like to get a spinner online. I guess depending on what the blocks are here, that might inform my decision. Yeah, I feel like since they're not doing anything, I just want to pressure them so that they have to start sacking their creatures, essentially, to block my 4-power creatures. Honestly, I think there's an argument to cracking the blood token and discarding the prototype draw card. But I only have 6 artifacts at the moment, so I'm going to play the behemoths first. Just a little bit unfortunate. I'd like to get more information before making this decision. But playing the behemoths is not that big of a deal before I have spinner, because these will bounce to my hand pretty easily. But I do think I'm going to correct this blood token now. Maybe hitting a land. No land, but that's all right. Yeah, the Moonstare prototype is never like netting mana the turn that you play it. It's just filtering a blue mana into a colorless mana, which right now I'm sort of tight on my blue mana. Oh, man. Okay, let's attack again, see what happens. They're holding all their mana up. I feel like they definitely have a counterspell. So maybe I'll play a Behemoth and then a Thought Cast. Okay. Starting to put them in a sticky spot. So I don't want to play I definitely want to play multiple spells this turn. I'm going to start with a Behemoth, expecting it to... Oh, shoot. I'm short a artifact now. I think that's okay. I still think I'm playing a Behemoth first. And then I thought... Oh. Well, I'm playing a Thought Cast because I can't play another Behemoth. That's good. Now I can play a Behemoth. Okay. So next turn we'll be able to spinner into Thoughtcast to get some stuff in there. Man, they just had no action. I think we really lucked out that game. We had a very bad start, but they stumbled a bit too much. So I'm bringing in the Rebukes for sure, because they absolutely have Dust to Dust. I think that's all I'm bringing in. Yeah, I don't think anything else matters. Usually I cut from my Wellsprings and or Chromatic Stars. I think I might also cut Moonsnare prototypes. I like having some as an answer to like a some sort of Journey to Nowhere or whatever. If I need to bounce something, or it also can be a nice acceleration early for an aggressive start, but yeah. I think our deck is already fast enough. Okay, this is definitely keepable. It's not great. It's not going to be super explosive, but we have a Spinner and a Serpent. And then we have a Rebuke. Lots of blue sources. Deadly Dispute will be nice once we get some sort of fodder to sack. Okay, Enforcer is reasonable. Don't have any quick plays in this game. I'm a little bit worried about a Dust to Dust, which would be pretty sucky, but I'll have the dispute up, so at least I can draw some cards. But I am sort of expecting a Dust to Dust, especially with them getting a Plains. Oh, I'll take it. So I don't think I'm playing Spinner next turn. I think I'm just holding up Rebuke. Oh, interesting. So I could Gear Seeker Serpent this turn, which I think is actually the correct play, because if they Dust to Dust, then I'm just getting in with a 5/6. I think that's going to be aggressive enough that it's a good option. And then next turn, I'll be able to spin her into Enforcer, potentially holding up Rebuke. Yeah, I think this is good. So we have 5 artifacts. If I draw artifact land, yeah, this is what I was expecting. I could have held up Rebuke, but I think having a 5/6 is just going to put a lot of pressure on them, and I can hold up Rebuke. Okay, so I guess I'll play the Frogmite. And I'll still be able to hold up Rebuke. So I don't know if I'm going to get any spinner action in this game, but that's all right. Probably Rebuke anything that threatens my stuff. That seems annoying with a blink effect, so I am going to counter that. Okay. Let's get in. Then we can spin her into Enforcer, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite. That's sort of unfortunate. In that case, I think I'm still playing the spinner. Just to have more mana next turn. I don't think holding up the Deadly Dispute is super necessary. Like if they dust to dust, they're still not in a good shape. Yeah, I can't play this, right? Yep. Okay. So they're dead on board. I doubt that they won't be able to do anything. But we're in a good spot, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think they're in a very tight spot. I have an interesting decision in 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to start with a Deadly Dispute on a blood token. Which is artifact neutral. Now if I play Bridge, I can play Enforcer for free and have Dispute up. And I'm probably going to attack with all my creatures and allow them to trade with the spinner. Because I don't know for sure if I'm going to get any more value, and I think just pushing the extra 2 damage is worth it. Like, makes it so that they might not block the 5/6. Which just puts us in a very good spot. Yeah. Okay, they're in a very tight spot. I can give this unblockable. Oh, that's annoying. Hopefully they don't have infinite blink effects. Honestly, I haven't played against this very often recently. Could be a reason to, like, what could I bring in? I guess I could bring in edict effects to try and deal with it. I don't think I'm going to Deadly Dispute into turn. I think it's worth keeping my treasure around. Now I wish I had that blood. Okay. Okay, we get to flood the board. Unfortunately, if they can just keep blinking this, they're going to have a lot of time. I guess I'll play an island. And I can't attack, so their turn. Yikes. They didn't have a ephemerate into turn, which is good. Oh, okay, well. Okay. What do you got? Okay, they bought another turn and drew a bunch of cards, so a counterspell would be great. I guess not even that great because I have plenty of mana. I don't think there's a reason not to play the spinner, so I'll just play it. I'm going to hold a black source in hand just in case they want to try and get rid of all my black sources or something. I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. Okay. Another ghostly flicker, maybe. Yes. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, might be out of luck here. I guess we're digging for a prototype to be able to bounce this when they target it with a blink effect. But we're not looking that good right now. Okay, prototype. So we want to hold that up. It's a little bit awkward because they're likely going to ephemerate this. If they ephemerate the dignitary, they're going to have two blink effects. I guess they only have two blink effects if they ephemerate the Archaeomancer. We might be just dead, but we'll try and play it out. Play it out this turn. Like if this doesn't win us the game, then I'm gonna pack it in. So what do I need to do here? Because this is going to put whatever on top. So I'll still be able to play the dignitary. I don't actually think I can, since they had two blink effects, I don't think I can do anything here. Maybe if they crack the Evolving Wilds. Okay, that was my chance, but it's not a great chance. Because I'm skipping another combat. They'll be able to blink their Muldrifter digging for a dignitary. I wonder how many they play. Okay, now they just need to dig for a dignitary. They have 2 full turns at it, and they have lots of draw with Malt Drifter. And Ponders, and I don't like our chances. We have to like hope that they are playing not very many dignitaries and it's stuck on the bottom or something. They get so many looks at it. I guess we can go for another prototype, trying to just disrupt. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I do that right now. I think I do have to do this after they do their draws and stuff. No, they're gonna have a bunch of Blakes up. To fizzle this. If they play a dignitary, then I'm gonna scoop. I hate how much time I'm spending. But I am new to MTGO, and I'm also new to speaking my plays out while I... So I think I Moonsnare this right now. And then they have to like ephemerate. Yeah, I think I just have to do this now. I think this is my only chance. Just to disrupt him a little bit. The fact that they didn't do anything in response feels good. Okay. They're blinking a land. I think that's a good sign. Have they played land this turn? Oh, whew. Man, that felt... I did not feel good about that game until that last bit. I guess maybe they're only playing 2 dignitaries? I'm not sure. If they're playing more than 2, then I think got super lucky. It's feeling good. I definitely have... I think I've been 2-0 pretty much every time against blue-white decks. But change of thought, the Moonsnare prototypes, those were huge. Those were what won me that game. And I cut 2 of them. So that's definitely something to think about. I didn't, for some reason, the Stonehorn Dignitary wasn't on my radar, or I wasn't thinking about it when I cut the prototypes. But I'm so glad that I didn't just cut prototypes, because we got both of the 2 that we left in, which that was lucky. But also, yeah, I wasn't thinking that I needed to hold them in my hand. Like, yeah, man, definitely lucked out somewhat on that last game. Okay, I think this is a pretty reasonable hand. Yeah, it's not like crazy, but like turn 3, assuming we draw a land, it's going to be somewhat crazy. Okay. Drawing a blood fountain would be pretty crazy here. I mean, a one-man artifact would be good in general. Okay, didn't get it, but we get to go Frogmite and set up for next turn being pretty good. Okay. Oh, this is like that Boros Lunarch Veteran deck. I think this is a good matchup. Like, if we get a spinner in particular, like, they are not going to have air dominance at all. But we are about to dump a ton of power on the board in the coming turns. There is maybe a consideration to thought cast rather than play a behemoth, but I think I just want to just sort of barf onto the board. Oops. Yeah, sure. Prismatic Strands is not great against Enforcer and Frogmite. It does work against the Behemoth, though. Untapped blue source would be nice, so that I can be attacking with Behemoths every turn. Okay, they're getting in for 1. Deal. I think I'm going to Thoughtcast. I think I said I was going to Thoughtcast, but I cast that instead. That was a mistake. Misclick. Oh well, it's fine. Yeah, not ideal. Finding a blue source would just allow us to be more aggressive. Interesting. They're just using that as a gain 4. Okay. Untapped blue source would be very nice. Trying to think of what else would be good. I guess I wouldn't mind a Deadly Dispute because that would give me a treasure, which would give me a second blue source and allow me to dig more for blue sources. But either way, I'm pretty sure I'm thought casting next turn. I should have done it this last turn, but at least we'll be able to be aggressive still. I feel like they're not winning this race. But Spinner would make things easier. A little bit awkward. Okay, I guess I'm gonna Wellspring and then hope to draw any untapped mana source. Okay. Still missing. Maybe we might be able to dispute Spinner Thoughtcast next turn. I guess if I attack, yeah, I guess I'm attacking with everything. That means I'm taking extra damage from the Sacred Cat. But I think that's alright. Assuming they're not chumping with it. Yeah, I mean, we're still doing alright even with a little bit of misplay and bad luck with our lack of blue sources. We play 11 blue sources, and okay, that's a decent amount of damage. Oh yeah, I forgot about the flashback on this. Yeah, we're dead. Dang. Yeah, that was just sort of unfortunate. I think we're all right in this game though. Do you want Unexpected Fangs? So they're very likely to have dust. So gonna bring in the rebukes. I'll cut the Moonstare prototypes in this matchup, I think. They won't have the Stonehorn Dignitaries. Yeah, I think I'm going to go something like this. Sort of cutting random things, but honestly, it's like this is sort of a package, and I don't really want to have too many of any one of them. And this is the package that I'm care the least about. Like the Chromatic Stars are nice for, and the Deadly Disputes are nice for fixing, but the Ichor Wellsprings are pretty bad if I don't have Deadly Disputes. I think this is the right call. Being able to hold up Rebuke, Suffocating Fumes. I guess I could bring in less Suffocating Fumes, but it is just it seems very good against their deck, so okay. I think this is a keep, even though it's a little bit slow. Bridge on 1, Prototype on 2, and then we'll be able to hold up Rebukes. And after not too long, we'll be able to play out Enforcers and just start getting in. Okay. I guess I'm Ichor Wellspring on 2 then. Okay. Okay. We'll be able to get that down pretty quick. Next turn we'll Moonstare Prototype. We could Moonsnare Prototype. Okay. It's a little bit annoying, but that's alright. So we can still Moonsnare Prototype and hold up Rebuke. which I think is the right play. And I actually don't think I have another play, so. Dodge the dust to dust. You can rebuke if they try and hit our lands again. Interesting. Since they're not hitting my land, I don't think I actually care about that. Because I don't have any black source and I don't have a dispute. So that's just losing an artifact. I think that's alright. I think it's more important to counter a dust to dust. Man, I want to play this so bad. But I think I have to wait just because a dust to dust would be so devastating. So that would be 5. I could have... I'm 1 short of being able to spin her into Enforcer. I could Serpent this turn. I might play Serpent this turn, actually. If they dust to dust me, that sort of sucks. I mean, it does suck. But the Serpent is just like big enough of a threat that it's like we can still win off the back of this. I think just holding up Rebuke. Whew, rough. Yep. 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 Okay. Not looking good. I definitely took a risk not leaving the Rebuke up. But if I didn't draw a land, then I was not going to be doing anything for multiple turns. Which just felt too bad. Yikes. Okay. They definitely drew their sideboard cards. Basically, I need my indestructible artifacts. Artifact lands. Like, the only reason I'm still playing is because their clock is so slow. But this is not looking good. Damn. I was really hoping for the 5-0. I think this is not a bad matchup. Like, obviously their sideboard cards are great. That game 1, we got unlucky. And this one, honestly, we got unlucky as well. But just like their draws lined up so well against ours. Yeah, it's rough. If I play an artifact land and they have another exile effect for it, then I will scoop. I mean, I'm dead in 2 turns. So not that long of a wait anyways. Okay, if I draw untapped land, I guess untapped land, I guess untapped land could do it. Oh, did they think revoke resistance was an instant? Brutal. Well, still 4-1.